Saving grace number 4. Writing letters to myself. As I've shared previously, for the past several years, I've been walking, keeping a gratitude journal, and reading every single day. I will share a few more of my saving graces in future videos, but these simple practices have become such a vital part of my life that they no longer take much effort. And as I've said, they have really become some of God's greatest gifts to me, especially during some of the hardest seasons of my life. But there still comes a day when I still feel stuck, when I still want to stop trying, when the weight of life feels still very heavy, when darkness and discouragement seem to overpower light and hope, when anxiety, regret, and guilt seem to overwhelm and break my spirit, when I would just rather dwell on my negative emotions than trust the promises of God. Yes, there are still such days, and the reasons for my downcast heart vary, but it's usually not one major event. More often, it's the accumulation of little things life throws my way. Perhaps it was one conversation the night before that left me discouraged and feeling dejected, or a difficult day at work where I felt empty and wondered whether what I do really mattered, or because I lost my temper with my young son after reminding him for what felt like the 100th time to wash his hands and put away his clothes. Perhaps it was a disappointing visit to the doctor's office, or another painful flare-up from my arthritis, or sometimes simply because I feel swamped, overwhelmed, and exhausted by a never-ending to-do list. Have you ever had a day like that? Sometimes I cannot seem to shake that heaviness for days, no matter what I do. But by God's grace, over the years, I have discovered another saving grace that helps me recover, refresh my soul, renew my spirit, reset, and begin again. So here's what I do. I write a short note, a letter of encouragement and compassion to myself. I write in the third person as though I were writing to a friend. And I ask myself one question. What would I say if someone I deeply care about were going through exactly what I'm going through today? Sometimes I imagine what God might say if He were sitting beside me. Would He scold me for feeling this way? Or would He just embrace me with His love? Here are a few entries from my self-compassion journal. March 4, 2021. Though you didn't feel well today, you still cooked dinner, you taught your students, you walked, you read, you even cleaned. That was more than enough. I know none of that was easy. Well done. March 12, 2021. Though you didn't get to practice at all, though you didn't even touch the piano, though there was no quiet time, though you didn't get to walk, though your body felt so tired, though there were many moments throughout the day when fear felt overwhelming, you still went to the grocery store, you listened to your favorite podcast, you marinated beef for your family's dinner, you read, you prayed. None of that was easy, but you kept going. Tomorrow will be better. Sleep well tonight. Tomorrow morning, you will wake up refreshed and begin again. December 25th, 2022. Good job. I know how anxious and worried you are today, but you still chose to focus on the goodness and faithfulness of the Lord. I know it wasn't easy. You still went to church to celebrate the birth of Jesus, even though you didn't feel like it. You smiled at people when you had no strength. You visited your parents after the service. You walked. You folded the laundry. You kept moving forward. So today, I celebrate the strong woman God is shaping you to become. Everything will be okay. Just like my gratitude journal, sometimes these entries are pages long and sometimes they're only a few sentences. I don't follow any particular format. I just write the words I need to hear. Words of grace, words of compassion, words of hope. Looking back, I realized these letters didn't change my circumstances overnight, just like my gratitude journal and my walking. My health didn't suddenly improve, my problems didn't disappear, but little by little, they changed me. They remind me to notice God's faithfulness. They reminded me that even on the days I felt like I had accomplished nothing, I had actually kept going. And more importantly, they reminded me that God's grace had carried me through another day. So if you're walking through a difficult season, perhaps you can give this a try. Write yourself a short letter. Speak to yourself the way you speak to someone you deeply love. Celebrate the small victories that are so easy to overlook. Remind yourself that tomorrow is another day, and allow God's grace to be louder than your inner critic. You may be surprised by how God uses those simple words to gently restore your weary heart. This has become another one of the many saving graces God has faithfully given me. Thank you so much again for listening. I hope this encouraged you, and I hope to see you in my next Saving Grace reflection.